welcome back to the beer, the pie, and the beautiful. How we doing today?
America.
Oh, good.
About as good as America.
So great.
Not with Joe.
Trying to make it great again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's make it great again.
Not with Joe or Camel Toe?
Oh, God.
Welcome back to the show. Everything's made up and nothing really matters. I don't know if I said that last week.
I don't either. I hadn't listened to it yet.
Son of a bitch!
I'm scared to.
You see? You see what happens? You get complacent. You're the problem. You see, Billy?
Okay, so what happened today? Let's transition.
What? Oh, so I was walking in. You know me in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Uh-huh.
Well, I walked in with the three most fucking just goddamn morning talkers you can
6
imagine.
a.m.
Jacob?
Nope.
Really?
Cisco,
Okay. I mean, he's on crack, so yeah.
Robbie,
Okay.
and Damien. You don't know Damien.
Yeah.
God almighty. Like, I was 3 steps from my car and I was like Damien was like, yeah, what did you circle back for? And I'm like, fucking don't worry about it. And this motherfucker right here.
I'm watching him walk up the hallway
Uh-huh.
surrounded by these people, and I turned to Tony and I said, he's miserable right now because I know how he is the first thing. We both know how he is first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And he's surrounded by the 3 people that just are. And it's about nothing. It's literally about
Just talking.
nothing. It's just talk, right?
Yeah.
You want to make it worse? There was a fucking wreck up the road that they were all talking about. And I was like, yeah, wrecks fucking happen, okay? Car wrecks. There was an 18-wheeler. Fuck, you hit a car. Okay, we get it.
But it was
And?
a 10-minute conversation.
It was the whole walk. And I wasn't even, like, looking. I was just like,
Uh-huh. Here.
goddamn it, fucking, why?
Like, anyone
then-
that knows you would know that's the deadpan stare of leave me the fuck alone.
And then I look up as I got closer, and he's over there like,
It was great.
oh my god, I just hate it. And they got then Jacob all day and Brian all day. Like, Brian's normally okay,
Yeah.
you know, Jacob,
Yeah.
but Brian turned into Jacob for some reason, and it was just all fucking day.
Just tism time.
Fuck you, Brian and Jacob and Cisco, Robbie, especially Robbie and Damien. Here's my fuck you.
Very nice.
Feel better?
Oh no.
But it got better.
Yeah.
What happened afterwards?
It got better.
I got out early.
We left early. We all left early.
No.
I
He left earliest.
No, he did.
I was out at lunch, man.
What the fuck?
I got out at like 2:45. I would have been out about 2, but I updated my Gemba sheets, and then I had a live driver. I walked in to hand in paper, and there was a truck driver there that said, my number is 1, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fuck. Record pay. Yeah, that's always happened to me since you were both there.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's just not good luck.
No.
But and I was the only one there in my department. Because I was trying to update shit. But I loaded that bitch in record time.
With a forklift?
God, no.
But it took a little longer, probably.
I did have to downstack it though.
Oh, yeah. That's DFC.
What'd you call me?
You. A DFC.
Dirty fucking cunt.
I learned. DFC.
Shush!
Ah!
DFC.
I gave you that one.
You did.
Sometimes need to be downstacked because of the people that pick them. Right? Because they don't pick them correctly. Is that true?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never mind. We'll talk about that at a different time off air, I guess.
Sure.
Alright, now do your thing. Do your fucking welcome back to the show.
What happened?
You're the host.
I thought he was still doing the
You
intro.
said you were the host. He's sitting in the middle.
You don't know this, but we talk a lot, and
Yeah, they have no clue.
this week, during one of our sessions of group
Wait,
chatting,
what kind
he
of session
said
you had?
that he was going to be the host today. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to talk about one thing before we
Me
get
too.
into this.
Okay, yeah, go
One
ahead.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've known each other a while now, and
Several years.
lots of time
He's
together.
proposing to one of us.
Not yet.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Yes.
I feel
He'll
like,
have what I'm having.
I feel like we've explored each other's bodies enough
See?
in here.
Facts.
Um,
Hey, shut up, lawnmower.
but there's one thing that no one knows that I discovered about George a couple of days ago.
Oh God.
What did y'all do?
What was it?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Look at his pinky.
Oh.
Thought I was going
He's really
somewhere else.
self-conscious about his pinky. But look at it.
I'm not.
And look at his pinky.
Over the
I want to
pinky.
get a close-up of this. All right, let me see your pinky.
See it?
Put your pinky out.
Put your pinky
Well,
out.
mine?
Yeah, your pinky out. All right, that's pretty normal. Like, you have a weird uptick on your. Wait a minute, is that?
That's it. That's his gay finger. That's what I caused it.
No,
All right,
they both do it.
whip it out, George. Let's see your pinky. We gotta get a close up. Can we take a shot of this? I want to put it on the.
Sure.
Let's put it on our. What do we call this thing?
I don't see the.
You don't see the pinky now.
I see the pinky nail, but
There's a difference. Let's get this one so I can see. Everybody can see his baby pinky nail. All right.
It didn't develop fully in the womb.
His pinky
Thanks,
has a
Mom.
tism. He's got pinky-tism.
honestly, so just
Free
from the
roll
nail,
pinky.
it looks like you lost the tip, and they put like your
I
little.
still got that.
Lost it somewhere else.
They put
but
like your
still
little
have
toe
it
back
other
in there.
So,
places.
and he's like, this one is bigger for whatever reason. It's
It is.
still small, but it's.
Oh yeah, that one's more like proportionate.
Correct. See, I'm not crazy. Or am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's a pinky.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? It's probably good for getting into places you might need to get into. Yeah, that's part of what I was. Well, I don't.
Maybe not the cheese.
Be digging into that, but yeah.
I'm leaving.
No.
That's quick.
Yeah, you're gonna tell them no today. I can't do it. You're the host, so that's all. We'll get a picture of that on here so you can see George's pinky.
Hey.
If there's anything else that George you want to see, let us know. We'll post it.
OnlyFans.
I'm gonna be in all PBR gear,
There you go.
folding towels.
Ooh. We need to give him a PBR singlet.
I'm down.
You wear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Still
It
not
can't be
seen his
too
legs.
tight.
You've still never seen your legs.
No, well, it's
so-
got to be like capri singlet.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking like the wrestling singlet, so like it still has the
I'm
shorts.
thinking Andre the Giant, where it's just complete ball sack. That's it.
I mean,
pretty
yeah.
much.
It'd be a ball on each side.
Split on the middle. Where's the 14 go?
Up the top.
That's it. Why have you got your spine in the front?
It's like my body's vein.
Yeah.
I'll breathe through this.
No,
Hey.
no, no. Nope.
All right. No, do you think? Well, we got boiling today?
I know bowling, but I thought he had one more thing.
Oh, that's right. You have a thing. You forgot. Just move on.
You good?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the porch like, I started out the week bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a rough Monday for you.
I stayed up till 2:30 in the morning on Sunday night. So I'm just tired.
We are in the middle of a tropical hurricane storm thing, right?
Deborah's depressed.
Deborah, which we decided was,
Big
Tuna.
Deb.
yeah, this is the big tuna that's coming for us right now.
Amber.
Juice.
It is wet and undecisive, so it's definitely
Amber.
female.
Stop feeding him.
He wants you to feed him
He-
like a baby bird.
So that's part of the comments that were in here. We had a little moment yesterday,
We
I
did.
think, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah, I
We'll
left.
post that too. We'll get you guys involved in some of the conversations.
Told you you could have joined.
No, I was leaving.
He didn't sign the contract. All right. Do your
All right.
thing. Do your thing. Let's see. it.
All right,
Let's see
so-
it. Let's
The
give
first
it
thing
up.
before we get into the topic.
All right.
So first thing, on the boiling the waterhead, you can rub it if
I
you
haven't
want.
been touched like that in a while. So.
I feel like my props are the only props.
Yeah,
And half of them are beer cans.
pretty much. Yeah.
Well, that is the our logo is.
So we got to bring purple.
So I need something purple.
I need to make more bees. That's what we need.
I need the purple.
Oh, please don't put that on camera.
And
I have to blur it out.
and he can bring some like meatballs.
It's not
Yeah.
even on our logo.
What? You're Italian and beautiful, like
Can we put-
meatballs.
Wait, how much would you pay to see him in a gondolier's outfit?
The fuck is that?
The people on in fucking Venice that pilot the
Are
boats.
you gonna
save
sing
the big
too?
holes. Yeah.
It's amore.
No, not gonna sing that. I can karaoke.
Don't make me.
I can karaoke, but I'm not a singer.
Don't make me
This-
talk. Don't make me talk to your dad and get him to whack you off in the hot tub.
Shout out to Papa John. I talked to him for a long time yesterday.
Shout out.
He is living the good life, the retired life.
And whacking
Must be
people
nice.
off in the hot tub.
Yeah. Well, man. Anyway,
Oh, he just remembered getting whacked off in the hot tub.
That was a flashback. So that
He was like, ooh, yeah.
PTSD. That's what that was.
Just
So I popped
Tom.
the Adderall and he was just whacking me for 4 hours.
God.
What
Whoa,
was that? A 3-hour blowjob?
3-hour blowjob? You ever done that?
Nope.
You ever got one?
Oh,
Damn, we gotta find somebody that's giving a 3-hour blowjob.
Yeah, I'll volunteer.
We have-
where the fuck did this come from?
We have questions about this John blowing Billy.
What?
Yeah. When he was visiting from Hamlet, he was in Billy's office 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
So
I
I
think a
wondered
snorkel would have to be involved.
I wondered if like the jaw gets tired or like
I don't think so.
something.
Would you get thirsty?
Yeah, I would think.
Not that kind of.
No, not with me. All that pre, you're gonna be well hydrated.
But it's
That's not the
How do
point.
you? Oh wait.
No, wait.
Do you really want to know?
Wait, Gatorade's salty too.
Does cum taste like Gatorade?
Ah,
I'm never drinking. Gatorade.
I'm out. No, just go. What do you got?
All right.
He said no.
So this week's boiling. Fucking bank overdraft fees.
That's a good too.
Stop overdrafting, dumbass.
I mean,
Sorry.
either way, whether I'm doing it or not, like I've never understood why the fuck, if you already can't pay the bill, if you've overdrafted your account, can't pay the bill. Like, at that point, why not just let the person get in trouble with whoever the fuck the bill bounces for versus charging extra $45
Well,
or
back-
$35?
Back in the day,
Yeah.
bouncing a check could be a crime.
My uncle served time for bouncing checks.
Really? No,
You can get in trouble for fucking what's it called? Fucking writing false checks or some shit.
Bouncing checks or fraudulent checks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or you forget like the date.
Amber, stop spending so much money.
What's it to do with that?
Yes, it does. It has everything to do.
Oh my god. Wow. Anywho,
Nah. What are you eating?
Flim.
It's deep fried cum.
Yeah.
Gumballs.
Quarter a piece.
Oh dear God. Wow.
Oh,
You
shit.
wanted a host, bitch.
Yeah, this is what the host
Okay,
gets.
welcome.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's worse now because normally he's trying to focus on what he's talking about
Yeah.
and trying to keep us on track. Now he has no point here, except for the, I'm not going to say it that way, to give me lines. I'm not going to say it
Say-
like, nope,
Say it.
feed me meatballs. Shout out to Amber. I don't know.
I just do
She's more of
shit.
a-
It sounded good.
She's more of a sausage girl.
No. From where?
Wherever,
Shush.
Is it a club?
probably.
Oh my god,
It's
shush.
like Costco, but not.
Yeah.
Anywho's.
You have to be a paid member to get in.
He's about to smack me.
Closer. You got no buffer.
Alright, yeah, so
I probably
overdraft
deserve that.
fees suck. And if
Okay,
you can't
overdraft
pay the bill,
fees,
then
yes.
yeah, I get it. Like, why charge me more? I hate it. Banks are dumb.
Yeah.
That's why I bury all my money in the backyard in coffee cans.
Especially when the money's fake anyways. Once you put it in the bank, it's gone.
Kids, never.
It's no longer existent. So if it's fucking fake money, then just let it be fake.
But then they can charge you a fee to have a program where they cover your checks
Yeah.
or whatever, your overdraft. So they charge you. So they'll cover it, but they're going to charge you a fee of the money that you put in there to cover the charge that you've had
Yeah.
from overdraft.
They're also making money on all the money you have.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So it's
They're
like,
like, oh, you got a 5% interest rate on this CD here. Well, we're making fucking 47%.
And what's crazy about banks is they sell and borrow the same money over and over again.
yeah,
And they make money on it every time it leaves the bank and comes back in, and it's the same.
Yep.
Let's say it's $1,000. It's the same $1,000 going out and coming in that they make every single time it leaves and comes back in. So,
And never mind the
It's
taxes on it.
oh yeah, it's
So they get paid, the government gets paid, and we get fucked.
every
yeah.
time.
The same thing as like fucking insurance companies, like car insurance especially. It's like,
No, we already did this.
But
Don't
that's-
get me
that's
started
tied to-
again, motherfucker.
but like, the only thing I say is, but it is the exact same fucking system. You pay into it, may or may not use it. They fucking circulate it, and then whenever you do have to fucking use it, all of a sudden your fucking costs go up.
So, we'll talk about insurance for a second. Here's why I said don't get me started. But
Go ahead.
Progressive,
Uh
multi-car discount,
huh. Uh huh.
safe driver shit.
Uh huh.
Like neither of us have had any tickets or any accidents in the past like 5 years, and they give you discounts on that.
Yeah.
Well, we had it pretty low, and it's going up.
Yeah.
And Erin made a good point earlier. We were watching a video, and she was like, "That's why the insurance is going up." What was it? Illegal fucking immigrants and the crime.
Of course.
Yeah.
Pays a big part of
Because
it.
they take, and that I've never understood this, and this will always be something that annoys the fuck out of me. But car, health, whatever, that whole looking at liabilities shit doesn't matter if it's your liabilities.
Yeah.
It could be your area's liabilities.
Yes, that's what the lady told her.
Yeah.
On the homeowners.
Yep.
It's going up because it's going up everywhere. The state made new rules or some shit. I don't remember what it was exactly, but
Yep. Because that's like I've got National General, which is like a little sub company of Allstate.
right.
And one of their fucking things, like I have to have an app on my phone that tracks all my shit constantly. Like my phone has to connect to a Bluetooth in a car so it can track all my shit because they don't have the little plug-in thing like Progressive and Allstate does. And one of the stupidest things on that fucking app is it rates me and will adjust my rate versus the times of day that I drive. If I drive in like rush hour times of day, it fucking adds to my bill.
Wow.
Like my bill started off at 110, but because I drive when everyone else is fucking driving, my bill in the last few months has gone up to fucking 135. Because I drive in rush hour
Is
times.
that both cars? Just yours?
Just mine.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because even with a Mustang, ours is like, well, now it's like 190. But,
You got the house and everything covered in yours, right?
well, no, that's just the cars. We had to switch. So Allstate dropped us because of all the fucking problems. We went to another one. We paid like 3 months or some shit.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, no, you got a trampoline. Sorry.
Yeah.
Took the trampoline down. Still wouldn't cover us. It's like, wow, what?
Yeah.
Ugh. So we got one now. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it covers. I don't know shit.
You just have it.
Yeah, I don't do all that. That's Aaron's job. I just pay for it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So fuck banks. Fuck insurance companies. It's all stupid. It's all scams.
Yeah. Just waited. Their product is our money.
Yeah, literally. The
They
exchange
sell
of our money.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's it. That's all it is. So,
At this point, it might as well just be fucking stocks. Like, everything is just stocks. Like,
or soul.
yeah.
Just part of my soul. You sell it around wherever.
Like,
it
what was
goes.
that one movie that's got the, where everything's paid in time? Like, however long
Oh
you
yeah,
live.
yeah. Justin Timberlake's in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you, I would be dead right now.
But you can get more time. You can take it from other people, and
Oh, yeah.
people
Right.
use it as currency.
I just punch him in the face or something.
Yeah, I guess. I think you gotta fuck them.
Is it above their head?
What, their vaginas?
Jason ain't got enough.
Can you imagine- can you imagine
You gotta
if
put
knew-
you gotta put a number right there now.
Can you imagine if you knew the
-5.
time, like you were expired, like you were done? If you knew that, like say you had a watch or something that told you how much time you had. Would you want to know? Would you not want to know?
I'd be okay with it. I'd rather know how.
Nah, yeah. It just like turns off like your.
Like if you knew how, would you try to prevent it? Would it be like would it turn into
Or would it be like a Final Destination kind of thing, where it's like,
if you let me finish?
you poked the waterhead and it started draining.
That's what I was about to say. Or would you be able to change it, or would it be more like Final Destination where you change it, then it's gonna change how you die,
Yeah. Or somebody else dying.
and it gets progressively worse. Like your head gets run over by a lawnmower.
Ouch. Just 'cause
I'm
it's
not
process.
worried about
Yeah.
how I die. I don't think I'm not worried about dying, but I think knowing when it was going to happen would be
Fuck
more
you up.
stressful than
Yeah. I mean, you're literally sitting there like
dying
watching
part
the
of-
clock.
Yeah, like you would.
Or like living like this your last day. Let's say I got 60 days.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not going to work anymore.
I'm done with that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna leave enough money for everybody to be okay. But I'm gonna do some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be worried. I'd be
You can look at it either way.
I'd
Like
be too
I
paranoid.
would get it,
Yeah.
but like you know when. So you know, like if I go skydiving tomorrow, I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, it's not my time, so yeah. I can see that.
Or if I fucking go 250 miles an hour in my car, I'm not gonna die.
Yeah. What if it's like, okay, we're gonna go on the water for a minute. But have y'all watched Rick and Morty at all?
Yes.
Of course you have. Yes.
I've
Alright.
watched all of it but the newest season.
Yeah, and I made it through like 2 episodes. I didn't even finish watching it. But okay, so the episode where Morty they
I'll
find
just
the
sit this
crystal,
one out.
Yeah.
and the crystal like shows you your path, like
Yeah,
what's
and puts
gonna
it on
happen.
his head,
Yeah.
and he follows it so he can be with Jessica.
So what if your whole like stopwatch that showed you when you were gonna die was like that crystal? So like everything you did,
Yeah, that fucked
it
me up.
adjusted.
Nah, yeah, that fucked me up.
So like one morning you wake up, like you were just asleep, and like all of a sudden you just wake up and you've lost 5 years. Or like, you know, you're brushing your teeth and you look down and it's just like 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and it just is going up for no reason.
Or I drink a beer and it's like plus 10.
Woohoo!
Free guy.
Yeah!
Free
But
man.
you drink the second one and it goes minus 15.
I'm never dying.
I got an extra life.
Start doing like the green Mario mushrooms.
It's like I got 150 years in one day. What happened?
Would you want to live that long?
As long as I wasn't like unable to move.
Yeah. You're still functional, you're still continent and everything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah. You're not Joe yet.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Man.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah. Like, took a fucking left turn there.
Yeah.
Alright, so what the fuck are we doing?
Alright, so
This is your job right here.
what we're gonna do is I've come up with a theory
Oh god.
that could potentially be
Is it the dead Amber theory?
shush, no. So
That was a deep shoosh.
it could potentially be like our own conspiracy theory that we could start.
Okay.
So
Wait.
I'm gonna throw this idea out
We
there.
could be the originators of
We could be the
conspiracy
originators,
theory?
yes.
You heard it here first,
This is the
ladies
first
and
place.
gentlemen.
Because I looked and I did not find, I couldn't find this anywhere else. But I've got some information that I would like y'all to weigh in on, and let's see if we can come to a conclusion.
Right. I like it.
All right, so
This is good.
my theory, and I want to see if y'all agree with this. Is America adopting its own caste system?
I think for our viewers, we
Just
should
like
define
India.
what caste system.
So okay, so just like
Yeah,
over in
'cause I don't
India.
know.
So like in
Hey,
India,
hello, I'm a viewer.
like our Telangana viewers, which we probably don't have anymore. But
Hey, we are paid podcasters too. So.
Hey.
1 cent.
Hey, well.
How many people have?
Oh, that was the other thing I was
How many people have podcasts or even are on the internet that could say they've ever gotten money for
Sure.
doing what they do?
true.
So, we have 4,100 views. And I went and looked at a certain someone we used to work with.
Yeah.
And it hurt my feelings a little bit.
Why?
67,000.
I wonder how many of those are paid
The
though.
content is different.
Because what's his subscribers to?
It's short.
Views count.
It's quick stuff. It's stuff that you can flip through and kind of see, and that counts as a view. Where ours is like a sit down. You gotta like listen to our shit.
Oh, some of them are from shorts.
Some of them, yeah.
But like 41 subscribers,
Uh huh.
231.
Yeah, but I can already tell you right there that that's not. He's bought those. He's bought some of those. Just from doing Chris's shit, like that ratio does not work.
Okay.
Usually it's about,
Makes me feel better.
because usually it's around the 10 to 100 mark is what you're looking at there. So like per person. So for us that makes sense because we got a little over
We're
We
4,000.
have no.
We're doing
we,
it legit.
We have exactly 100 per.
There
We
you go.
have 41 subscribers with 4,100 views.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, see, that maths.
Well, where I buy.
I can send you some places.
Who's by? Okay, caste systems.
All right, so
Oh, sorry.
so in places like India, especially India is the most famous for their caste system. The way they do it is basically the haves and have-nots. Is kind of how they work their system to where, like, I'm sure you've seen like overhead shots, and I'll put one up. But overhead shots where like you can see in like a lot of the bigger, like
Whoa.
that
There's
larger
overhead
Okay.
figures.
Indians.
Get them out of here.
God.
Why? It's like walking through snakes.
Oh my god.
Figures everywhere.
Anyways, but in the
Flying
larger
figures.
cities,
I see bigger people.
You knew this was. You had to have known.
I know. All right, so in the larger cities in India and places like that, you can actually see from aerial shots where they completely divide, like there's almost a wall. Kind of like what we're trying to do in Texas. Obviously, it's working because fuck the PNDP at the moment. But
Plus, we need cheap labor. Yeah.
well, they need cheap voters. Anyways, we won't go into that.
That'd be a good episode.
It would be.
Oh, we gotta do a. Come on. We gotta do a.
That's what we need to do. Is the debate that never happened.
Goddamn debate. Come on.
We need a
The debate that never was.
We gotta paint Amber
Put your hair
Brown.
down.
No.
the host.
No, we gotta paint Amber Brown. Nobody will know it's her.
Oh
We'll put
my God.
she can wear a mask, like a COVID mask. That way it's not identifiable.
Okay.
And just have brown face, black face.
Tanner face.
Bigger.
Indian face. Hey, bring it back.
And look, if you just, she just wears a low cut shirt, nobody will even pay attention to her face.
Caste system.
You won't either though. You
Well,
will be Joe.
Joe,
I am straight, motherfucker, so she's got big tits. What do you want?
Alright. So if you look at aerial shots, like I say, you can see where the cities are completely divided. You have the slums on one side, and then obviously like the vacation, like nice spots on the other. Okay. And you can have workers that come from the slums and everything. However, they have their own streets. They have their own back ways into these nicer facilities to where they can come in and do their work. But that's it. They're not allowed to go outside on the streets. They're not allowed to interact with the wealthier people, the haves.
The elites.
Yep. And each area is also like, it's tiered down to where the ones that are right up against the city that go and work in the bigger cities are better off than the ones that are further down the hill, per se. Where is this laughing from?
What kind of city?
A larger city. Good. But so you have the ones that can work in the larger cities, and then outside of that slum is an even worse slum, where those people are the ones that, I mean, they, like, the highest level of work they can get is more or less like garbage men. Like, they take care of the rubbish, and that's it. And for some of them, that's all they can even eat. Like, they don't make money, they just survive. That's it. So that is the caste system. That's it. Most well-known one is in India. So, my theory is, with the way the economy, and especially the housing market, is going currently in the U.S., that it's almost shaping up to be a caste system here. Because even from Charlotte, like, you have all of these new homes and developments and everything being built out this way. Out in Lincoln, Cherville, Gastonia, Dallas. Basically all outlying cities of Charlotte. However, the houses being built in these new neighborhoods and everything are well outside of the current residents' price range. However, the lower class residents of Charlotte make enough money where they can afford them. So guess what? You have all this influx, or outflux, if you will, from Charlotte, of these families that can no longer afford to live in Charlotte that are now having to move out to outlying cities. And only the elite are being left to live like in downtown in the high-rises and everything, in the apartments.
My gay cousin.
Yeah. Seen elite?
Yeah.
There's
That's a stage name.
There's a couple of arguments. One that I think is different.
Okay.
How could somebody like us
Mhm.
have a show like this and go viral one day and become paid podcasters and potentially, if it goes well, make enough money to be considered an elite? I'm not saying whatever number that is for you, whatever number that is for you, whatever number is for me. That doesn't happen in the caste system, right?
True.
So there's some exceptions to the rule where common people like us could become an elite one day
I feel like most of that's manufactured
Yeah.
through social media.
through connections, through who you know.
Yep.
Just like getting a job now.
But does that happen in India, where the guy who's just trying to feed his family
Yeah, you haven't seen those two that are like, yeah,
Slumdog
fuck you,
Millionaire.
fuck you.
is he Slumdog Millionaire it up to where now he's an elite and he's treated like an elite?
Well, see, that's where, so I believe, that's why I'm saying that America is adopting it. They're not, and it's adopting their own caste system. That it's not exactly like the one in India, because I believe in India it's been in place for so long that that's just a way of life.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Where here, they're going to use exactly what you're talking about to control that. They're going to make it look like you had just, okay, like colleges. Colleges is a prime example. They're going to make it look like you have a way to get out. They're going to make it look like you have a way to make things better for
Lottery.
yourself.
Ooh, wait,
Yep.
wait. Colleges are also a way they put you in fucking debt to make sure you don't get out.
Exactly. My point. So that's what they're going to do.
They
Just,
probably
okay.
don't let you finish. You remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was going to let you have it. And I figured it's payback. It's okay.
You can have it.
I have no problem finishing.
No, we know.
I'm leaving.
Oh, we're not done yet.
There you go.
Thank you.
It's not time.
I have my own thing.
I'm just adding to it.
Fuck you and not time.
But so I believe that it's going to be used as just like how the record companies used to control the music, and still do for the most part. But how that turned to where they had majority control, they owned your catalog, all that kind of stuff. That same system's going to be used to where just like with politicians, where you are a figurehead. So if you do make it out, that all that's going to be is, okay, we own you now. So you have to say what we tell you to say.
Yeah.
If you do not, you're done.
Cancel.
You will never be seen again. You'll be heard from again.
You should watch our Trump episode. See what happens.
Exactly.
He made it out, and he's like, "Fuck y'all! I got all the money. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!" And they're like, "We'll send this guy after you."
Yep.
Some of all fears.
The fuck does that mean?
It's that movie. The song was from again of the RNC.
Yeah, I remember when I showed everybody.
I've told that story a few times to other people now, and it's pretty creepy. It's pretty creepy how that worked out. at the
Maybe
end.
we'll do a deep dive into that one. Then actually
And
watch
that
the
movie's
movie.
pretty good. I watched it. It was pretty
Did
good.
you really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Does it line up?
It's not perfectly,
Vaguely.
but yeah, I mean the premise of the movie is exactly what happened.
Just very Hollywood.
Yeah, a little bit more Hollywooded up.
Dramatized.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But I get it. I get the whole correlation between what happened in the movie versus what happened in IRL.
You know what I want? I want a Columbine movie. I know that's fucked up, but like
No,
they made a movie about fucking Chris Watts.
yeah,
Like, can we get a Columbine movie?
got two Dahmer fucking series out of that.
Yeah.
So,
Gacy.
yeah, everybody.
I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
Like, we want to glorify serial killers, but not mass killers.
yeah.
I mean, neither one really, but
no, but
but
that
I would
story-
like that. That would be
Yeah.
a good fucking the basement tapes that no one ever got to see.
Yeah.
I still search for them occasionally.
There's too much control now. If they want them out, they'll be out. If not, they'll
Nah, they destroyed them.
No, they didn't.
yeah,
They're in the
That's what
salt
they
mines
did.
there's
somewhere.
some fucking politicians that beat off to
Oh,
them,
God.
probably.
This also goes back to what you were just saying. So streaming services.
Mhm.
It used to be you would buy a hard copy of a movie or something, and you watch it whenever you want. You own similar, close to the rights to it, so you could pretty much do it. If you've bought it, you own it, so you can do what you want with
I've
it.
had this. Yeah, I know where you're going, and I've had this conversation with Amber Lynn. Like, save the boxes. Like,
Yes.
like her DS we got her. She ripped the box, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
PS5. She was like, "It's perfectly intact."
Don't
I
yell at
didn't.
me.
It was not. I didn't.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I want you to stop buying fucking digital shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the streaming services, though, you can, let's say, whatever corporation owns Netflix or whatever it is, they can now put out whatever they want to put out,
Yeah.
and you don't have a choice anymore to watch what you want. It's only what they've put out.
Right.
So I've been a big fan of streaming services. It's a lot easier to get stuff that you want to see, but I started deep diving into, do I really want to see this, or is it just because it's on the streaming service? So therefore, they're force feeding me to watch the things that are on there. It's not something that I particularly want to go watch
Or
see.
or a new streaming service comes out. Let's say Paramount Plus
Right.
with Beavis and Butthead,
Yep.
the new movie, or the newest
Yeah.
movie. And you're like, well, I can't watch that anywhere unless I fucking pirate it, like I used to do in high school. Don't make me fucking start doing it again. And the more they become like greedy, the more I want to start doing that again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fucking pay you $10 a month to watch one movie.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, but then you'll get all this other shit we can force feed you to watch to adjust our narrative on how we want you to view things in society. Keep you in the house watching this and not worrying about what's going on outside the house, because you'll never make it to that elite status. That caste system is in place.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's honestly, like, that
Yeah.
was one of my points, is that's they, without us realizing, I think they have been testing that. Like, I honestly think that the streaming service is a way to test, would you rather, because it's cheaper and you can afford it.
Yeah.
So therefore, we'll only go up to a certain amount because it just struck me odd that whenever they were suggesting they were going to raise the costs of these services up so much
Yeah.
just a couple years ago, and everyone freaked the fuck out, and all of a sudden it just stopped. It's like, okay, no, never mind. We'll keep it where it is.
Yeah, we want you to keep-
And I think it was literally just kind of seeing where everybody's complaints and see what was with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, do you guys remember what Netflix was when it first started? Like, not the fucking.
$5
Like
a month.
price, yeah, like $5.99.
Do you know what the lowest level? No, we'll start with the highest level. You know what the highest level is now?
Like it was $30.
$22.99. You know what the lowest level is? It's $1 above what it was. It's $6.99, but it's got ads. Like what? Why?
Yeah.
Greed.
Yeah.
It's greed.
Yeah. Because either way, people are streaming the same amount, so why the fuck do you need advertising space in there?
Well, if
You're still
you-
getting the same amount of money.
You figure $6.99
Yeah.
with ads. Each of those ads probably equals up to probably $30
Sure.
a month for them.
And you're looking at what, like 4 to 6 every 30 minutes?
Well,
And they're
YouTube's
fucking
just as
long.
bad.
Yeah.
YouTube is just as
Oh
bad.
no, I'll pay for that.
But it is. I mean,
'Cause I
I
don't want it.
YouTube, YouTube will put you on a 2-minute ad space. You're like, and you can't skip it. You just gotta watch.
Well, that's the thing, because the ones you can't skip, they have paid more, so you can't skip it.
Yeah.
So instead of them paying like $1 million to have that ad spot on YouTube, now all of a sudden they paid $3 million, and so now you can't skip that fucking 2-minute video.
Yeah.
It's like, motherfuckers, I'm just trying to watch a 2-minute
And
video.
it's over like some drug that doesn't even pertain to anything I've ever had or probably.
My favorite ones are when they're in Spanish.
Oh,
Like when they're in a different language. And it's
You're
like,
like, I
what the
don't
fuck am
even-
I seeing this?
You just reminded me of something. I had an idea for a show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like an episode?
Yeah.
Okay. Or a new show.
Well, like,
I didn't know if
well,
it was like, I got a series I'm planning.
probably like 30 minutes.
Okay.
But 30 minutes of a show. But what if I looked at a bunch of drugs, pharmaceuticals, got the side effects, and listed the side effects and let you guys guess what drug it would be, or what it would be for. Not necessarily the drug, but what it would be treating.
I like that.
Because we were watching a
It could be a game for
we
sure.
we were watching a fucking, I don't know what we were watching, but we saw a drug commercial and it was like, also include this. And I'm like, for fucking diarrhea, what are we doing? Like, it's crazy.
Because we
Yeah.
tested 1 million people and one of them died from it, so we got it listed as a possible
Pretty much, yeah.
cause of. Well, yeah.
I like that. Can we make it like multiple choice? Like do like an
Yeah.
A, B, or C?
Yeah,
And we have to pick which one. Okay.
I'm on it.
Do you
I
want
like
to
it.
set this game up? We'll do it.
I'm down.
All right.
Sweet.
Yeah, you're gonna lose.
I don't have to do anything?
You
Well,
know.
you're going to be the host, so.
Right, you're gonna lose. That's why you're gonna lose, because you always make me lose.
I just win.
Well, back
Yeah,
to this.
he Jason won. We don't need to play.
That was a great episode, everybody. Man, that's a good theory. I like it. I think if you look at even how inflation, how gas prices, it's made it to where the paycheck you get only pays for the basics that you can afford to get through a week or 2 weeks, if you get
Yeah.
paid every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
of life until the next paycheck.
Like you,
Right.
So I'm doing okay, but like, it's not because I just go to work every day. That's not why. Like that covers my weekly expenses.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we try to keep it at a certain amount, right? The checking account, and it's just it's gone down a whole lot,
Right.
and it's just yeah, you can't do it
No.
anymore.
It's tough.
Like okay, boneless New York strip at Food Lion is on sale right now. You want to guess how much a pound on sale it is?
I'm gonna say keyword. Being on sale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say per pound even on sale, $14.99 a pound.
Close.
I don't know.
Well, not really close. That's closer to
$12.99.
not on sale.
$12.99.
Down. So $8.99 a pound on sale, and it says you save $5. So it's $13.99 a pound. Granted, that's a good cut of meat.
But still, like
You
I
can't-
remember when you could get it for like $7 a pound.
You can't go and get fucking just hamburger meat.
Yeah, that's expensive too.
You can't get a pound for like less than $8, $9, $10.
No, look, the other day I got some because we made tacos, and I remember like those freaking the logs of hamburger meat, like not even the stuff they cut in fucking store, but the logs, the pre-made shit. Like that used to be the cheap shit. Like you could get a fucking Dollar General and everything too. But even at Walmart, the 3-pound log of that stuff was almost $25. That could be like that could feed you for an entire week, but all you're eating is fucking just hamburger meat. That's it. You couldn't buy anything else.
Yeah.
Hamburger log?
Yeah.
3-pound log. Oh, I just named in high school.
Oh, mine was hamburger log.
I was convinced.
His was 3 pound.
Oh, God.
3 star pound.
Star.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because you know, the 300 plus the other 2 digits.
Anywho. Alright, so, I'm still at them. We're still on this point. So, besides even, like, average people being pushed out home-wise, I've also started picking up on trend just because I looked into it this past week because, like I said, it's intriguing. Like, I wanted to see, like, if this could possibly be a new conspiracy theory. But besides even living situations, you also have a ton of like mom and pop-esque shops. They're again also being pushed out of downtown Charlotte. Like you've got, of course, you still gonna have the bars, you still gonna have the clubs and everything. But as far as like mom and pop like restaurants, especially smaller ones, like one of my favorites, it's Libretto's Pizza, and this is a New York guy that moved down here like years ago. Like some of the best fucking pizza in Charlotte. I mean, it is like spot on.
I think you need to bring some of that to the show one day, and I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, I'll see if I can get it.
If it wasn't $90 a pizza.
No, it used to be because,
$9 a slice.
well, it was, what was it? Granted, this has been like a few years ago, but a few years ago it was like $7 will get you 2 slices, I mean, fucking like
Yeah.
New York size fucking slices. 2 slices and 4 garlic knots for $7. She was fucking, that was my favorite fucking lunch when I did production in
That
Charlotte.
sounds amazing, yeah.
Especially it was the Bianca too, so had the big dollops of ricotta.
Jesus.
Shush. But, like, I think they're out, they got pushed out, they were in downtown. They're now in Cornelius. And so I was starting to look, and there are a bunch of little shops like that, just little mom-pop, single owner, like no franchise, that have had to move, just with the people too, they've had to move to outlying cities to be able to still hold up. Because, like, where they were at, they were in what's called the epicenter in downtown.
Sure,
Which used to be a really nice place. There used to be a ton of stores in there. But a lot of them are closed now. Because rent for a location no bigger than this building, and I'm obviously including the garage too, but still, like, that's for a shop with a full kitchen and everything, that's a pretty
Yeah.
tight fucking little operation.
Sure.
Shoosh. So,
I wouldn't know.
I heard the snort.
There's no tight.
Mm-hmm. Shoosh. Anywho's,
I done fucked them all up. Look, you're too easy.
Shush.
I don't want to comment on that one. Anyway. But,
I'm paying attention, but I was looking at like,
yeah, okay.
yeah, like the ownership. Yeah, okay.
But so, for the rent for their shop, it's no bigger than this, went up this past year to $30,000 a month.
God. Bless it.
Yep. Just to
In
be in Uptown Charlotte. $30,000 a month.
So you won't even break even.
No.
There. Like there was no
There
way.
was no profit to be made.
Yeah.
So they literally, like, the building they moved into, they were able to, because they were such a successful pizza place in Charlotte, were able to pay in cash, in full, for the building they're in now. But yet again, had to move
I had to
outside.
move out of Charlotte, yeah.
And they're not the only ones.
I bet, yeah.
So the only stuff left in downtown Charlotte besides entertainment venues, which of course they're they're fucking gonna pay money to drink, you're gonna pay money to go dance and shit. So that's there is all corporations and franchises or places that like we can maybe afford to eat at like once a year. Like
Maybe,
fucking
yeah.
like $150 6-ounce fucking sirloin.
Right.
So
Well, we're talking about a major city. What if we were talking about Montana?
well,
You
see,
know what
I
mean?
think
There's a difference of
there
location
is.
too, right? So
there is. But there again, it's just like if you go back to as far as the whole caste system thing, if you look at like India and other countries like that, yet again, the undesirables are the ones who have been pushed and live live in the mountains. And
I was my phone. I'm trying to figure this out. Google will not tell you anything.
no, Google is programmed.
I wonder.
It only tell you what it's allowed
It's
to tell you.
pissing me off.
I'm gonna look this up while we're talking about it. But I wonder when the terms upper class, middle class, and lower class actually became a thing in the United States.
I'm a book upper guy. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'll look it up. But I'm just curious because that's essentially we're blurring the lines between upper or middle and
Well,
lower
no, that's
class.
the thing is we're actually doing the opposite. They used to be blurred because you used to have the ability to have like go out and have a big night like a couple times a year or something like that. You could go out and
Nice
mingle
vacation,
with those
something like
people,
that.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But those lines are becoming more defined now. The blurring is going away.
I think the taxes have a lot to do with that as
Yep.
well. But I'll look that up because I think that's interesting. When you guys talk amongst yourselves,
So the home ownership rate climbs. See, this is the kind of Google shit.
Yep.
That's why I said, because what I'm trying to figure out is home ownership of people under 30.
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure it out from the 50s to now. Because the 50s were, that was the golden era.
Right.
But it says it climbed steadily to reach almost 65% by the end of the 1960s, where it was 53% in 45, which makes sense because everybody was fucking at war. All the dudes were fucking not here.
Right.
55 was 60%, 65 was 63%, and then over 60. So basically, what it's trying to say, or what Google's telling me, is, hey, it keeps going up. So my initial search was in 2024.
Yeah.
It's saying under 30 home ownership is at 29%.
So it's literally been cut in half
Yeah.
from the 50s.
If I'm reading it right, like, but then there's shit like, let's see, it says their home ownership, but it also says demographics. So who knows what? I'm just reading what I can see.
Yeah.
Home ownership increased from 68% in 58 to 78% in 2000. So 2000, the 90s were a pretty good time. 80s
Yeah.
going into 90s was another big boom. We've kind of got unlucky to where our childhoods were fucking
We're decent, and then now I think it's just
fantastic. Like we had whatever,
Yeah.
and then so 78% in 2000 would make sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't really find a real answer on here.
Which that was, so one of the other points I had on mine was, because I've looked up, like, obviously back in the Great Depression, so in the 30s.
Yeah.
That's when a lot of people, I was kind of trying to find the reverse of what's happening now. And that was, honestly, during the Great Depression, that was when you had a lot of people, especially with the Dust Bowl and everything like that going on, you know, fucking farmers were losing money fucking left and right just from the crops dying and everything else, and nobody couldn't keep that going. And so you had a lot of, the whole Industrial Revolution, like, more or less a re-revolution, if you will. Like, a lot of cities started to do more fucking buildings and projects and everything else to try to get people fucking work. And so that was drawing people towards the cities. So more people were coming there to buy homes there, selling their farms, where they quit losing money and actually start going in somewhere to make money. And so the average price of a home in Charlotte in 1930 was $3,000, which is equivalent to only $53,000 today.
It's like my grandparents' house. It was like, I want to say they paid like $6,500 or something for it back in the day.
Yeah.
And this is a long time ago. But, and even selling it to one of the fucking signs that says, "We buy homes, no matter the condition."
Mm-hmm.
75 grand.
Yeah.
Like how much was it really worth?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But
The profit on that.
that's 1,000%.
Yeah, that's way higher than
Oh, yeah.
what you would expect. Yeah.
And it's like in the average house, for most people back then, especially in like 30s, 40s, and 50s, you had the whole, that was when you, like the Sears catalog boom. Like you had people buying the Sears homes. And like you could really buy the fucking kit and build it yourself. And it was a nice stick-built house.
Yeah, my aunt has a Sears Roebuck fucking book from
Yeah.
like fucking 40s or
That
some
thick-ass
shit.
book.
Yeah.
I remember
Like-
looking through those as a kid.
That's like $1.20 is for a fucking 22 rifle.
Yeah.
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 Funny enough, that's what this house is. Joe's house is a Sears house.
Is it?
Yeah. Yep.
Joe.
So let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
And this plays into your caste theory
Okay.
because raising the housing price or decreases the amount of homeowners,
Right.
which increases the amount of renters, which just booms the fucking elites.
Yeah.
Yep.
So under 25.81% of people. 25 to 29, 3.1%. 30 to 34, 5.9%. 35 to 44, and we get an increase, but still, it's like, damn, 15%.
Oh.
So you're looking at, what, 20, I'm guessing that's where they're getting it from. We're looking at like 24% under 44 are homeowners.
Yeah.
So a quarter. And you hear it a lot, and it's kind of getting old, but it's also true. Like younger people are like, we can barely afford rent, let alone buying one.
Right. And that's the thing.
It goes back to the banks.
Exactly.
So who has the most money? What age
It's all come
bracket
together.
has the most money right there on that list?
It goes back to the banks. The banks are like, hey, you can't afford this $750 mortgage, even though you're paying fucking $1,300 in rent.
Yep.
Like, in what world does that work?
Yeah.
Like, I've been living here 5 years, and I've not missed a payment yet,
Right.
but I can't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't. That's what needs to change. We need to be able to use our rental years as proof of concept, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, see, and that's like called the shushes, but that's like one thing that we're running into.
Don't
like,
tell me what to do.
Please. But like we've looked at houses and stuff, and we're hopefully planning on getting one. But at the same time, that's the problem we're having is
Nobody's gonna let you get one.
no, because like even though I'm paying $1,200 a month in rent, that doesn't equate to, I mean, like looking at property value and stuff. That means I could only pay around I figured out to be about $210, $215. That's including APR, everything else, all the fucking percentages they're gonna fucking tack on, and my yearly tax on the property, everything like that. If I paid the same amount on the house, I could buy one straight out for $215, $210, somewhere in that range, which is a decent house. But
it's like slightly, just it's like a hair less than what ours is technically worth.
yeah. So, but because of my situation with doing the music thing and a job, they don't count the music part as income. And just all these other stupid little fucking factors, even though I'm paying that already to a renter, I
Yeah.
can't use that to say, well, let me just take that exact same fucking figure and give it to y'all. All you gotta do is sign off on it and tell me I can do it, but I've got the money. I'm paying it every fucking month anyways. I have proof. I have receipts.
Yeah.
But it don't matter.
But let's go
It
back for a
should.
second.
But like I
That-
said, because they can't control you then, because then you own that property.
that range of age that you saw right there,
Mhm.
what age range right there makes the most money?
It's got to be 35 to 44, the one with the highest percentage.
Right. So is that a coincidence that the people that make the most money are the ones that could get the mortgage payment?
No, because I think so.
So this,
My only thing with that is because, like, if I look at even like my age people, which is right at the tail end of that. So if I look at everyone my age that I'm currently watching, like I'm watching a lot of people my age having to do this whole move out of Charlotte thing.
oh God, it freaked me out. I was like, what is that? Oh, okay.
Jimmy's getting antsy.
Oh, Jimmy.
But I'm watching people my age that, like, whenever, like, I remember being fucking 10 years ago, being 25 and stuff, and watching them buy their first houses and get the kids and all this kind of shit, and, like, being a little envious that, you know, well, they've got the new car, they've got the house, they've got their life a little better together than I do. But now I'm watching them having to fucking sell said house, sell said car, even though they're making 70, 80,000 a year, just that one person, let alone whatever their spouse is making, because they're both working.
Right.
But they're making 70, 80 grand a year and can't afford this stuff now, and are having to get rid of it, even though they've had it for 5, 10 years.
So to your point of being envious of it, it's not about working towards the American dream anymore. It's about just being lucky.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Like I would just be making American Woodmark fucking money,
Yeah.
which isn't bad, but it's not
Right now, it's not great.
It's not good either. like a lot of the wealth comes from the older generations, though. Like that's where younger people who are doing what you just said with the fancy house and fancy car, they got it from their parents.
Yeah.
And not just giving it, like their parents died or something,
Yeah.
but
Right.
it's not possible to build that generational wealth like it was fucking 70 years ago.
Right.
Because the generational wealth that was built 70 years ago ain't shit now.
No.
Now your generational wealth is $100 million. You could give it to your kids. Make sure they have a good life. Your grandkids have a good life. But then at some point it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're seeing the end of all that.
Yeah.
Because shit just keeps going up.
Yep.
Because people are like, inflation's down. Well, inflation never really goes down. Like, once it's
The levels out.
zero, it's like zeroing a scale.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, now this is the new normal.
Yep, this is where we're at. And to that point, 45 to 54, 19%. 55 to 64 is 24%. 65 to 74. Now, we got to talk
Yeah.
life expectancy here, so it starts to go down again. But 18.5%, 75 and older, 13%. So look at that compared to 44 and younger. 45 and up, we're looking at what? 35, 43, like 57%.
Yeah.
So that group of people grew up in a time, we're just talking about it, where things were a little bit easier.
Yep.
Prices were a little cheaper. They have the most amount of money, so now they're able to afford those things.
Well, that's the thing. I think that honestly, it's more a fact of that age group of people. It's not necessarily that they can afford those things, because yet again, I think it's everybody's struggling at this point. But I think they're struggling less only because that stuff's already taken care of. The house that's in that percentage has been paid off.
That's done over with.
They were able to pay it off by the time they were 35. By the time they were the age that where people are struggling now, they had paid everything they wanted in full. They have what they needed to survive for the rest of their life. And so, like, now that those same people are retiring and everything, now is when, with retirement and everything, that's where there's a lot of them that are having to go back and get part-time jobs and stuff because everything's paid for.
Yeah.
They own the car, they own the house, kids are gone. It's literally just them and their spouse, but they can't fucking afford groceries. Like, it's like, what the fuck?
Well, it's like Aaron and I were on food stamps for a while. It's because we're not married. They didn't count my income.
Right.
If you have any amount of income, you can't get food stamps.
Yeah.
You gotta make.
I have tried.
Yeah, you gotta make less as a household than $12,000 to get any kind.
Yeah.
Well, not any kind, but to get the most.
Yeah.
Like where we're at. I mean, I'm making like 50 to 60.
Yeah.
We get $23 a month, and that's with a child.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah.
Gotta pee.
Okay, go pee.
I found the, do you want to hear the class system?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait.
Let him pee. He finds a place. Somewhere in the yard.
He
forgot
goes
his-
out there in the yard.
Got his wand.
He's got a better one out there, I'm sure.
Ugh.
This is some interesting stuff from here that I was looking up.
Okay.
And it might put some things into perspective.
Okay. Which I have one more big bang, if you will.
Whoa. I'm out. Leaving. Daddy. Yeah, that was what we talked about. he apparently had an episode.
I did.
When I said this.
It was quite nice.
We should post that conversation on the site. People will find that funny. I have
Or would
leave
finally
too.
get put on a list.
Maybe put on the list, yeah.
Don't put me on.
Don't put me on a list.
Every time I have a conversation with me.
Our conversation that you walked into and then completely left.
Yeah, I
He's about, he's about to again.
I opened it up and I was like,
Nope.
yeah,
Not tonight.
Not dealing with that mess.
nope, straight tonight.
Just
Maybe
tonight.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a different game.
All right, what were you looking up?
It's only a
the
gay
class.
away.
The class, the middle class, lower class, upper class, and where this originated and how it originated. So the term class became widely used in the early 19th century, which is when. All right.
Yeah.
We learned bringing it back.
Hey,
I got
Jason
zapped.
nailed it.
I got
this
zapped
time.
for that one. Of course I remember.
Oh, next week,
Zapping episode.
Hmm.
plug it. Do it again.
Oh.
Oh, no, you went.
Oh, I hate that thing.
Forgot about it. I'm glad you reminded me.
Damn it. Drink more beer.
Forget it tomorrow.
Wait,
don't worry.
yeah, text
You
it
should.
Aaron now. Text it Aaron tomorrow. I mean now, not tomorrow. I'm gonna text it tomorrow, but I'm gonna text it now.
Alright, I'm gonna read this while you're texting. The term class became widely used in the early 19th century to describe the major hierarchy divisions of society, replacing terms like rank and order.
Ah. Okay.
So they changed those terms because of how they sounded, right?
Mhm.
Into class. The usage of was a reflection of changes in the Western European societies after the industrial and political revolutions of the late 18th century. During that time, the importance of feudal distinctions of rank declined. New social groups like industrial and commercial capitalists and urban factory workers were defined more on economic terms. For example, people were defined by whether they owned capital or were dependent on wages. So if you owned capital, you were upper class. If you just paid wages like us, paycheck to paycheck, then you were considered lower or middle class.
Okay.
Whew. The term middle class was first used.
Now we're poor. That's the fucked up.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was first used in 1745, and it was in a James Bradshaw pamphlet scheme to prevent running Irish wools to France. The early 19th century middle class children attended school instead of working in factories and spent their free time on activities like reading, playing the piano, or playing games that taught them skills and values.
Where lower class kids worked in the factories.
Middle class parents also began to limit the number of children they had because children no longer contribute economically to the household.
Thus going from having 10 kids to 2.
To two. Changing the way that we are today to
Which
not
is why
have-
younger people now aren't having kids at all.
or their same-sex relationships to where they're not
Yeah,
gonna have
you're
kids.
the problem.
I mean,
You're the one we're not having
this is what
kids.
we've evolved to, right? Like no kids.
Wait, I was getting there.
Oh.
So see, I think that is another part of it. I think kind of beat me to my big boom. So, so we'll come back.
That's what she said.
That always
Is that a
happens.
shoosh?
You,
No,
no,
it's not.
you beat me to
That's
my
a
big boom.
All right, so hold that thought. We're going to come back around to that.
All right.
So I did find this, and I thought it was quite interesting and fits the narrative to what's going on.
Oh God! I just
So-
looked at the picture.
Yeah. Kamala Harris.
Yep.
Camel toe Harris. FBI was about to knock on the fucking door. Anyways,
AR
Eh.
to the head.
that
She
would
was
take.
on the grassy knoll.
Shout out
Anyways,
to Amber.
juice.
She wasn't alive. You can't shoot me.
So I found.
Oh, you're the
An article.
grassy knoll.
Wow,
Amber on the grassy knoll.
You're the grassy knoll?
it's kind of bushy right now.
Wait till April
It needs a decent
19th.
trim.
I'm clean.
April 19th, Amber's finally jumping on the grassy knoll with a fucking AR.
Wow. Anyways,
Purple one.
anywho,
Oh! Oh, God.
it's not a drill.
I was about to. Oh, I know! A sawzall.
Yeah, there you go. You
Gross.
supply him?
No! Can't have my sawzall. I chop down trees with it.
Anywho's,
You gonna be with my little tree?
sure.
Oh, God, okay. We talked about this earlier.
Too far.
We can't do this with you because it's fucking, you're like, yeah. Just,
Win. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I was like, at certain points when we're having those conversations, I'm just like, okay, I'm done playing.
Yeah.
Because it gets a little real.
that's why I noped out last night, because it was real.
I was just messing around. Jokes. And then you're like, well, let's fucking
So,
go.
okay, so we're gonna bring it back from it. That was for the lead shit and everything. That was after the Hi George finally sunk in. That was the best thing ever. After that though was whenever you would tell me to piss off or fuck off or whatever after that, and I would just say when and where, and you would just no, and just keep running.
I can only go 10 miles an hour, but here I go.
Jason's just like,
Anywho's, all right. So found a little bit of an article about Campbell Toe Harris, and like I said, this kind of fits my conspiracy theory. Especially if she wins, or if she's made to win. So Kamala Harris vows to accelerate WEF's urgent depopulation agenda on day one of election.
the World Economic Forum.
Yep.
So Charles Schwab.
Yeah. Big
it-
bank guy.
You should look him up. Look up Charles Schwab and
Spell it.
Schwab.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker wore this suit at the last one. Like, maybe not the last meeting they had, but a recent meeting. And he looks like a fucking, like, Marvel villain.
Yeah.
And he's German, so he's got...
He's got some.
Vivil!
He's got some great instincts.
Okay. I'm seeing pictures of him now.
Anyways, so it goes on to say, Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris has endorsed the globalist vision of a depopulated world, telling an audience that reducing the global population is an urgent necessity to fight climate change. So, presidential nominee that could potentially be voted in later this fucking year is siding with and giving her fucking go ahead that on day one she is looking at depopulating the global population.
Ow.
Great question. What have they been doing the past few years?
Viruses.
Bingo.
Kill people.
Okay.
And what political party has been mostly behind it all?
China!
Okay, well, what
money
influence does China have over the U.S.?
Hey, his name is Klaus.
TikTok.
Klaus.
The Democrats. That's what I was going for.
Klaus Schwab. Charles
We call it
Schwab
Charles.
is no.
The bank. That's the bank, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 So it's
Right.
not Charles Schwab,
It's
Klaus.
Klaus.
Wrong
He
dude.
did.
Okay. Yeah, that's so kill everybody.
Well, so okay, here is my. So here's part of my theory. Is you have this in the current economic state. You have America more or less establishing those borders, establishing. Yeah, that's fucking Dr. Doom.
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil. Just,
There you go. There it is.
yeah, that's straight up fucking super villain. Yeah.
That's fucking Cobra.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
That same picture with the medallions around his neck, gold medallions.
He's so old too.
I like the patches on the lapel. That's fucking.
Yeah, look at nipple patches.
Yeah.
Well, the bat suit had him. So.
Yeah.
Not only one.
Anyways, but any use where the caste system is slowly looking like it's more and more being a thing. We've got that separation of the upper, lower, middle, and it's becoming more and more prevalent. Of course, which class was the most against the vaccine?
The lower.
Lower and lower mid.
Yeah.
They're being pushed out of the most populated areas and the most, ritzy parts of the country.
Yeah.
If this is actually a thing, and if this does happen, guess which ones will go?
Oh, yeah. It'll be the people that didn't pick the.
It'll be the people that essentially, to them, don't matter.
Yeah, don't matter.
We still have a middle class to work for us, so get rid of the undesirables. Get rid of the ones that don't agree with our views. Get rid of the ones that don't, and it's perfect. It's a perfect trial because who's going to say boo?
Yeah,
If
no.
they're
No
if they're
one's
on
gonna-
outlying if they're in outlying little cities in fucking Montana, West Virginia, any
Homeless.
homeless wherever,
Yeah.
if they just disappear one day, who's going to notice?
So she's Thanos.
Pretty much. And that's the scariest part is honestly,
Now she's a cunt.
well, yeah, Kuntos, shush.
Imitation.
Yes.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh,
Imitation.
Imitation camps.
Oh, Aaron made that.
Okay.
Oh, you see that? He thought it was real.
It's working.
No, I love it. I think I think there's some legs to this theory, and I think that
She's got
And to backtrack, so just real quick to tie back into as far as not having kids thing and the whole the gay agenda. It's becoming more and more prevalent that people who were like the original LGBT people.
the actual
Like-
ones that matter,
Yep.
that we love.
Yep. Or even if we don't love them, it's just like they're tolerable. Like you don't give a shit. Like they do their own lives.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that they're coming out more and more and saying that the whole point of us starting these movements back in the fucking like 80s and 90s and all this kind of stuff, or even back as far as the 70s, the whole point in their movements was because they wanted to blend. They didn't want to fucking stand out. They wanted to be able to fucking go to the grocery store and just be treated as a normal person. So all the ones like the Jeffree Stars, the RuPauls, all that, they are coming out left and right and saying like, yeah, fuck these new people, fuck these new groups. Like that's not what we want to be. We just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
We want just let us live our fucking lives the way we want to. You live your life the way you want to, just as everyone should be.
I agree.
But I think that's why the whole gay thing is being gay and trans and all that is being pushed so much, especially by that party, is yet again, it's population control. You
Yeah.
push that agenda because, again, they're not going to have kids. They can't.
Well, and two, the Jeffree Stars and the RuPauls who want to be left alone and don't want to get privileges don't give you political power.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like they're normal people.
Yeah.
They're just gay. like,
Yeah.
And sometimes they want to dress up as ladies.
Go for it.
But they just don't want to. They don't want to do it in front of kids,
Right.
or make you say their pronouns. They don't want to be the victim or the fucking the privileged. They just want to be normal, like, because that's what they are.
Yeah. Yep. Cause that's like there's this one guy I saw on TikTok the other night. Like he's a younger guy, and he's obviously not famous. He's just on TikTok. He's just giving his opinion on this kind of stuff. But again, just like RuPaul and Jeffree Star, he dresses in drag. He is a drag queen, but he has a full fucking beard, almost like yours. He's like, yeah, I do the makeup and everything. He said, but I'm not gonna get pissy and yell at you if you don't call me ma'am. He said, you can't call this fucking ma'am.
Yeah.
It don't work.
Like, so that whole thing, like, when did dude, like, when did that become gendered? Because I used to say dude to everybody, or bro.
It became so that one actually
Now
that
I'll
wasn't
say
even.
bud.
So that one was actually pre.
Yeah, tell me more.
Oh god, that one was before the LGBT stuff started, and that was actually in the feminist shit before that because that's fucking a male dominant term.
So
That's a male term.
So
It's misogynistic.
I don't look at those two things after the B. Any letters after the B and LGB,
Yeah.
those people and the feminists are no different to me.
Yeah.
They're the same. They have the same agenda, I will say.
Right.
It's power. It's political power. Because that's how you get ahead now.
Yep.
If you got the politicians on your side, you're privileged.
Yeah.
White privilege, yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
Right.
I'm white, but Black Lives Matter, so now I have political power.
And that's all women. Fucking Amber.
Look an alternator.
Wow.
I know, yeah. Hey, Amber.
I know he started it.
Amber. Oh, I didn't even tell him. Yes. He was like, don't go being like, oh, John said, that's what you always do. And I was like, okay, fine. Amber's new name is Alternator. He still knew.
We need-
Fuck you, John.
So if you go to our Patreon, we'll share the conversations that we have because they're funny. Like there's a lot of good shit that we say to each other when we're not recording. You guys would love that shit. So yeah, pay us. We'll do that for you.
I could create a short out of that.
Good.
Little screen recorder and just scroll.
Yep.
OnlyFans.
Only triple B's.
There you go.
Only bees. Ugh.
Shout out to him.
Juice.
Ha!
So okay, there are now 5 classes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Ah.
There's 5 classes now that we are defined into. Did you guys know that?
Gay,
No. Classes.
black,
Close.
not black,
Little bitters.
tranny, and
Juice.
yeah, probably. Boom. There's their 5 classes,
No, that's-
ladies and gentlemen.
according to
You're welcome.
Google, that's not true.
Well, according to Google, hey, Google is getting in
That's
trouble.
true.
Hopefully,
That is true. I saw that.
Wait, what?
they're a monopoly,
Okay, that makes
like
sense.
YouTube,
You don't have
Google,
anything,
like, and the ads.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember who. Someone's suing because they're a monopoly, and there's. I'll look it up while John talks, but essentially they have a monopoly on the market of ad revenue. Because the AdSense and all that shit, the even on Apple devices,
Yeah.
the default is Chrome, Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make money no
I
matter
think it was, what was that, the like iPhone 14s in past? Because I know mine's a 12, mine's still Safari, but yeah, I think it was, because I know Chris's has got a 15, yeah, it's defaulted to Chrome.
That's what I was going to ask you. So, without too much information, that guy you just mentioned,
Uh-huh. Oh, God.
does he own a home?
No, he rents.
And he's doing pretty well.
Oh, yeah. He
Right.
pays pretty much by himself. Well, there again, me and him pay pretty much both rent-wise, the same. So he could own a home, technically. But yet
Which is
again,
crazy.
because he's a musician.
Motherfuckers in a fucking band that, granted, it's local. Well, kind of local.
No,
you
you guys
guys
all over the
go.
place, yeah.
We'll call it regional.
Yeah, regional.
Yeah.
Are renting.
Yeah.
Does anyone in the band? Because I know the Biggers are in the band.
Yeah, no, they don't need it.
That's crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine.
But especially, like, because the drummer, Mike, so he plays with us, then he also plays at...
Does he?
Yes.
Well, that's weird.
Oh, my God.
It just got weird in here.
Like, how does
He
like
drums.
this?
He drums with us.
Does he do
Yeah, he
this?
does.
Or
Oh, my God.
is he the one standing and going like this?
Oh, shoosh.
Oh, it's like a race car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or skiing.
Any Hughes.
It's like you guys trying to race car tonight. Does
Oh,
he make that noise?
no.
What noise does he make?
Any Hughes.
Okay, go.
I
Mike.
kind of like not being the host.
So, not only does he play drums with us, he also plays with one of the.
That could mean a whole lot.
Any Hughes.
Like actual drums?
Yes.
Like snare, bass.
Yes. Snare,
Yeah.
kick, toms.
Bongo.
Well, who's Tom?
I don't know, there's 7 of them.
Oh my God! What are we doing?
I don't know.
Night of 15. He was.
Oh. So he gets our check, but he also
So
plays
he's
for.
like 14 feet.
I hate your job. Sure. You
Okay,
got
go ahead.
competition?
Go.
It's the bigger version.
No, God.
Yeah.
That's a new thing. This is fucking goddamn Night at the Roxbury's.
Yeah.
And this is fucking race car.
Race
Call me Dale Earnhardt, I fucking. Oh, he's dead, huh?
Too soon.
It's in poor taste.
2001.
It's been 23 years.
Yeah, he died, and then there was 9/11 that later.
That's how the caste system started.
Oh my God. But he plays drums with us, and he
They
also
said
plays in one of the mega
take
churches.
down them buildings
Never gonna happen.
and then kill Earnhardt. And then,
No, it was the. I think.
then we'll be India. And they can live in the slums.
You good now?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm always good.
Anyways, he makes a shit ton of money, and he still can't even afford like.
Mega
rents-
church.
Yeah, plays in mega church too. Like making, I mean, you're talking. I think he said he brings in $1,300 a week, just from that. Let alone what he gets
I
from
just
us.
came a little bit.
Yeah,
Can
you
you
did.
give me his number?
You gonna play race car?
I will fucking be a bottom for him. That's $5,200 a month.
I know.
Just from one thing?
Yeah.
Never mind the other thing.
And but there again, because it's professions,
He can
he
be-
still can't get approved.
He can be my sugar daddy.
So it's about credit.
My credit sucks.
Well, it's about credit and your credentials. Like it's all about like what kind of work you do, your debt to income ratio, your credit score. I mean, there's so much bullshit to it, so they can control it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So it's a
So,
matter if you actually have the money to be able to afford it. They don't give a fuck about that.
No, because even when they ask you, they're like, they don't really care how much you make, but like, have you paid your bills?
Unless it's your debt to unless it's your debt to income ratio.
Right, right.
Unless your ratio is off, and it's got to be fucking damn near perfect.
Mm-hmm.
so I have no debt,
Yeah.
and I could. My credit score sucks.
Right.
But it's also like how long you've been at a job. Like I wonder if, like with musicians, it's like how long have you been in the band? They're not going to consider that, right?
No, they don't.
Like how long have you been with Chris?
Good Lord. Yeah, so at least
Almost 20 years.
almost 18 at this point. Yeah.
So,
But that's not a stable income. So
Exactly, and that's what they look at.
but it is. That's what bothers me. It's like, motherfucker, I can show you because of tax records every fucking year
Mhm.
in this journey how much we've made. We've made, as well as I've made.
Well, see, and here's the crazier one. So obviously, I do the worship leading thing at church too, right? I get paid for that. Granted, it's not a lot, but it's still income. It's still something.
Yeah.
Because it is for a church, a nonprofit, even though I pay taxes on my income for it, because I pay them separate because it's a 1099.
Yep.
Even though I pay taxes on it, they still don't consider that because it's working for a nonprofit. Even though I get a profit from it,
Right.
that don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. Not even.
Even though I'm paying them fucking money from it
And
every
the income
fucking year.
Tax is coming out of that income.
Yep. But that's not technically income.
No, no, no. We're gonna tax it like it's income, but we're not gonna call it income.
Yep.
By the way, income's a cool word.
Shout out to Amber.
There are 5 new classes.
Did that last night. Anyways.
Upper,
What?
Whoa.
No babies!
There's upper.
Don't do it.
Upper.
What? Uppers?
Upper. No. There's
No, that's
upper.
a downer. He's oh, sorry.
You're not a spitter.
Anyway,
Anyway.
he just was. I made him into a spinner. Too much pre.
Born again.
Anyways.
There's upper, middle, working,
Oh,
and
okay.
lower now.
So we're just the working class.
We're the working class, guys. But I would say lower working, but there's no
Which
lower working.
all feeds into the caste system.
Yep.
It does.
We're there. So essentially, we are the new middle class.
Yeah.
We're not lower. We're not the lowest. We're not elites. Nor are we the bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between the middle and the working class?
Nothing now.
Well, no, see, I would think so.
Money.
Well, actually, I think it's that it's credit and debt to income ratio. I would say the middle class now would be the older generations where everything's paid off, where they don't technically owe anything.
Yeah. So that I have the definitions of them if you want to
Don't
hear.
point at
And why'd
me.
you ask?
Don't
Well,
point
I
at me
figured out
when
that you guys
don't
know
point at me when you say that.
I'm just pointing.
Because I don't owe anything.
So the working class.
Hey, let me make a point real quick.
Oh God. Yeah.
If for real, about me. Like, everybody's like, oh, you gotta have money. You got money. You have money. Yes,
Not
I
anymore.
do. I have some money. But, like, it's a battle to keep it.
Yeah.
Is the problem. Like, it's a constant battle to, like, budget and fucking not be stupid with it and keep that money that I have. Like, it's I can see how someone with fucking $500,000 is not stable.
Yeah.
And I don't have that much.
Right.
But it's
Right.
like,
But you see it.
yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
So the working class are people who perform physical or low-skilled work for a living, such as blue-collar jobs. The middle class includes the middle and upper levels of clerical workers, technical and professional occupations, supervisors, managers, and self-employed workers like small-scale shopkeepers, business persons, and farmers. The
Okay.
upper middle is the next 14% of the population, according to the 2018 Gilbert model. The upper class are the
Gilbert
wealthy,
Gottfried.
and the lower class are people who live in poverty and may not earn enough money to meet basic needs. That's the lower low.
So to be fair, with that class, there's a lot of people that don't try to work
Right. No, I
Right.
agree with that. Yeah, for
nowadays.
sure.
Like they're creating that class
Right.
on their own.
Oh,
Not the people, but like the government. and
That was
shit.
gonna be my last point. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Like,
His
Yeah.
little bang. He stole his little bang.
It's okay. I had my big bang. He can have the little bang.
like they're creating it, like COVID and all that shit.
Yeah.
If you listen to a lot of like, I don't know, I listen to a lot of podcasts, conservative podcasts specifically, and the whole printing out all this money, sending everybody checks. They call it the greatest wealth transfer in American history, and it's from people like us to the richer people. Because I might have to Google it, but like the richest people in the world during COVID got way richer.
Yeah.
While everybody else got poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jeff Bezos of the world.
Yeah. Which and that was like I said, that was gonna be my kind of like last point on all of this is so not only are they like obviously making the separation more defined between if let's say the upper middle down to the working class. They're making those three tiers way more defined now. As far as like putting people out of certain areas now and like making it to where it's unaffordable and all that. But they are feeding the machine of the lower class. Because I mean if you look at like welfare and any kind of government aid is being abused by who they want it to be abused by. Because if like me personally, just like there have been times where, just like George said earlier, as far as like food stamps thing, like you have to be in a certain fucking bracket, and like it's like tight as shit to get into that bracket to be able to get anything out of that.
Yeah.
I have tried, like I have been like, especially whenever I lived out in Nashville, like there was times where, I mean, I was bringing home, like, I mean, this has only been a few years ago, but I was bringing home like $1,000 paychecks a week, but still, like it was a fucking fight because that was when everything had started to rise. There, which funny enough was back when a certain party was also in power still. Anyways, but I was struggling, and I tried to apply for some kind of help. And like I had all proof, like according to everything I fucking checked off online, everything like to a T, I qualified.
Yeah.
I was told no. I couldn't get help of any kind. And all I was told, even though there again, because I could match up fucking to, I mean, I even printed off and took it into my fucking, I guess, my rep or whatever you want to call whatever she was. But the person in the fucking welfare office, if you will, like, I took my print off of all my shit and their print off of their qualifications and, like, sit there with her and matched up line for line. And all she would tell me is, no, I'm sorry, you make too much. I was like, motherfucker, look, I got it right here.
Yeah,
no, I don't.
yeah.
Like, I'm in the fucking bracket zone.
Yeah.
And then sitting there and around me, other certain people I could hear,
Black people.
he can prove, well, not just, I mean,
Mexicans.
anybody but white, anybody but Caucasian. And they're,
He turned into Jacob. Did you know that Caucasians?
my brain was going to which, and that's where
Wait.
I was riding the wave.
Wait.
Rewind that one. I want to hear what that
Yeah.
was.
What?
Oh,
See, this is the things you guys don't see. We hear this a lot. But when you have your little glitches
Mutisms?
in your
Yeah.
moments,
It's one way like when you
It's the
talk
funniest
more
thing
because
ever.
it's not even that we're laughing at you, we're laughing with you, but like this is what people want to see right
yeah,
here.
right here.
yeah.
The
Like,
talent.
I told him one time before, like, we gotta get Jason going more. Because when you're sitting over there like,
I love hearing Jason talk. I think it's a good look for him. And it helps him. It helps him.
it helps his autism.
Yeah.
Not really.
You even said a
Makes
couple
it worse.
episodes ago, you're like, I could just, when you're passionate about something,
Yeah,
I could listen to that shit
yeah.
all day. It's great. It really is. But then he interrupts you every 5 minutes, and that doesn't.
I haven't. So
He's
it's
been
not.
good.
You get like.
We're finished. Because it starts to back up and it hurts.
I can't. I've got blue head.
It's like
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's like 15. I backed it up.
It hurts.
Oh, where'd it go?
Oh, God.
To my point earlier, this says billionaires' wealth has risen more since COVID-19 began. This was in 22. So this was fucking 2.5 years ago. Right after as we started going back to normal.
Yeah, well, the new normal.
Yeah. So billionaires' wealth has risen more since COVID-19 began than it has in the last 14 years. At $5 trillion, this is the biggest surge in billionaire wealth since records began.
Wow.
So, and the title of the article itself is actually fucking 10 richest men double their fortunes in pandemic. While, oh come on, I don't want cookies. While, okay, 10 richest men double their fortunes in pandemic while incomes of 99% of humanity fall. It's not even this country.
Just billionaires and women.
I think it's a push towards George H.W. Bush, a new world order.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
government.
Double.
One.
Yep. Which, and I think,
No women.
I know, I was the opposite.
You're
They were
DX.
fighting. I know what I was doing. I know what I said.
I know what I said.
and if you look at what's happening here and compare it to what's happening around the world as far as immigration goes, kind of makes sense. Because you're getting,
They're going to be in the slums, is the point.
Cheap labor. Low wages.
but, and did this, like, because me and my boss were talking about this today. So you have that surge of, Hispanic immigrants coming up that are all brought in by the Democratic Party. And there are videos now being released to where, like, as soon as they crossed the border, they were handed cards, like, to legally be able to vote. All these people grew up in areas where it was dictatorships. You were told how to vote. If you did not vote how they told you, you're dead.
Yeah.
So here you have people with that mindset to where that's how they've known it to be their entire lives. Coming into this country. And all of a sudden you've got someone handing you a card that really more or less, you can live here as long as you vote for us. That mindset's still there. So in their minds, they have to vote Democrat or else. When that's the thing, they didn't have to threaten them. They didn't have to even tell them that. But that's how they were raised. That's what they
Think
know.
that way, yeah.
Same thing with what's going on in the UK, in Europe in general, with the immigrants coming from the Middle East. It's that same fucking political mindset that, yet again, you vote how we tell you or else. And they're not having to be told that.
Right.
That's just how they were brought up. So it is control without threat.
TikTok.
Like the app or just time running
I
out.
blame TikTok for everything.
Of course you do. Because you're old.
I'm old.
I don't trust the TikTok.
Oh no. They're coming for us.
Let them come. I'm leaving.
No!
That's the end of the episode, everybody. Finish it?
Thanks for listening. And we love you.
We do. Kinda. Unless you're one of the lower class.
No, we love them too. What button do I press?
Stop recording.
Ow!
Huh?
Stop recording.
I don't know how.
Yeah,
At least
stop.
says stop recording.
Let's see that
Click
butt
it.
crack like Aunt Joe.
God.
What? What do I do?
Click stop
Hey,
recording.
don't block me. You can't block me, little nigga.
I'm recording.